Well, darling, there's only one God. Darling, there's only...
Welcome to the Dirty Bag Podcast. I'm your host, Cookie, and as always, thank you for tapping in with me. You could be anywhere listening to anybody, but you have been here with me all season 3. Y'all, we've reached the end of 2024. It is the final episode. And my God, what is going on in the world? First of all, America, I'm going to need you to climb to the highest mountain of be fucking for real and swim to the deepest depths of hell. Donald Trump is the leader of the free world. Again. So here we go. So before I even touch that trash bag, I'm going to start by giving a shout out to my heartbeat, my everything, the reason I do all of this, Black women. Y'all did that. And I know so many of y'all are exhausted right now. I know you over it. I know we've all decided collectively we are going to take our capes and turn them into blankets and keep ourselves warm. And I actually love that for us. Now, granted, we say the shit all the time, and then before you know it, we putting them life jackets right back on, and we jumping in the ocean, and we saving everybody. So I hope this time we can stick to it, because it is exhausting being a Black woman. So I just want to love on y'all real quick. I want to love on you for your tenacity, your resolve to make change, your commitment when you know shit is nearly fucking impossible. The way you take on every cause. Forget it. We coming for everybody. Look, y'all messing with Palestine, we got them. You messing, we got Asian hate, we own here. You trying to deport people, we got it. We fight for everybody, but I think we've all collectively reached a point where we like, fuck y'all. we gonna sit this out. This is what y'all wanted. How about this? We gonna let y'all handle it. And we're gonna go night-night. So I support it. I'm here for it. I love the way we love on the world in spite of it turning its back on us when we need them the most. Now, here's what has blown me away about this election. And I've seen the 16%. 16%, I don't know what the hell is going on with y'all, but I've seen so many comments like, y'all are just you're so concerned about abortion if that's all y'all care about. First of all, is many of y'all slanging dick? As many of you that can't be faithful to your girlfriends, your fiancés, not even gonna get on your wives, y'all should have stood with us in this. Because what is going to happen is you will not be allowed to cheat in peace. Half of y'all don't want to pay child support for one child. Now you're gonna be taking care of 2 families because y'all just couldn't fall in line and just stick with us this one damn time. So good luck to you. Good luck. And I know that we did not expect Kamala to be our savior. Let's be clear. Y'all know I made comments about her silk press and her pork chop repeatedly. I probably threw some shade at her. I've had my critiques, but we literally had somebody that was a prosecuting attorney that has worked all 3 branches of the government, and somebody who's, I'm sorry, y'all don't recognize early signs of dementia? No? It's just me? He is not well. Y'all talked about how Biden was too damn old. Y'all kept talking about this man's age, even though I think him and Donald are maybe, just a few years apart, I think. But y'all selected fascist, racist, sexist. We could have trained her. I feel like we could have trained her, but this is what y'all wanted. And I understand that local elections are the most important. Don't get it twisted. You gotta focus on what's going on in your community, even though those things were on the ballot. So for those of you that didn't vote, there were propositions all up and through that ballot. But I think y'all forget the fact that he's selecting the Supreme Court justices. Some of us, we are reaching our life expectancy. We probably ain't gonna be here much longer, but our kids are, and you guys literally didn't take that into consideration. So I would be lying if I wasn't heartbroken right now. I am. Not because she was just gonna be this fantastic, perfect leader, but y'all, we want our rights. We want our rights. The medical system is not great to all of us anyways. It treats Black women the worst. And now we know that you can actually be criminalized for having a miscarriage if it's not done the right way. So I don't know what the hell is going on with us. I really don't. I've been numb for a few days. I didn't know how I was going to respond. We knew it was an uphill battle with her, and this was really going to be an impossible race to run. But my God, I didn't think y'all were going to be this damn stupid. I didn't. Now, Y'all know anytime there's election, social media, we got to start fighting, right? We got to start beefing. We always beefing with each other. We do this every 4 years. I feel like when it comes to accepting new friends on social media, when it comes to following people, take a little bit of time to figure out where people stand first. I've seen people getting offended over the idea of people getting blocked and deleted behind an election. We can have our differences, but that shouldn't separate us. First of all, let's be clear. Your politics are an extension of who you are. It's an extension of your belief system. Okay? It is really, it's part of your moral compass. So if your beliefs are rooted in violence, in misogyny and sexism, if your beliefs can cause harm to people, if who you support can literally attempt to overthrow the government and get away with it, I'm sorry, I don't really feel safe with you at all. And it is all of our rights to keep people in our social spaces that make us feel safe. Because the way I look at it is this. If you're complacent with these things, if you don't think it's that big of an issue, if you think he's funny, he's charismatic, he keeps it real, what happens when you and I are at a bar and we decide to go to a bar that has a certain demographic, and that bar and the demographic in that bar is drinking and they feeling froggy and they decide to start some shit? Can I rely on you to have my back? These are the questions that people are really considering when they're cutting people off. And I know we say it's not that deep. It actually is that deep. If y'all can fight over football games, over basketball games, break televisions, whole riots pop off, you don't think our rights is a serious enough issue to reevaluate the people in our circle? Because I would say so. That ain't just me. That's just a lot of people. And to the non-voters, let's talk real quick about talking shit outside the club and not even getting in line and not even paying a fee to come in. When you make a decision not to exercise your constitutional rights, when you make a decision not to get involved in the process, I don't want to hear anything you have to say at all. Now, I understand people who have always exercised their right to vote. I understand them just being exhausted because, yes, we have been pigeonholed with a two-party system. Like, we need more options. But if you're not going to vote, let me at least see some form of organizing. Okay? Let's just say, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore, but you know what? I'm going to invest in community. I'm going to start programs. I'm going to mentor. I'm going to do these things for small businesses. Let me see you do something except scrolling through your phone, judging everybody and saying or thinking that we're just going to be okay. Because now we got to get to the church crowd. I have seen so many, it doesn't matter who's in office. Jesus is on the throne. Yeah, Jesus was on the throne during slavery. He was through Jim Crow. And I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, but we are all given free will. As Christians, you're given free will. So you cannot bring God into the equation every time you want to excuse your lack of action. Faith without works is dead, right? So where is your work? So I don't want to hear that. You guys do that as a way to excuse not making a decision, as a way to excuse not doing your part as a citizen, as somebody that's going to be a parent, if not already. What we doing? So this is not, to me, this was not on the bingo card for our year to end this way. And I will say we've survived the Trump presidency before, but a lot of people came out with bruises. And for those of you that don't think it's that serious, again, I realize that a lot of you didn't get off your ass. You didn't start speaking out about injustice until the shutdown, until 2020, until Breonna Taylor. You know what I'm saying? I understand you guys didn't get involved until all of these things started happening. But we had years prior of just madness. The fact that y'all don't remember that Donald Trump used to hold rallies and he would talk about what people used to do back in the day and what he could get away with protesters if he had his way. I'm going to say it again, he put out dog whistle statements for people to harm protesters. So there are some people that, y'all, people got hurt. The last time this man was in office, people got hurt. People got targeted People got doxxed, personal information all put online. It was a very dangerous time. But I understand for many of you, your only focus in life is brunch and social media aesthetics and trying to be cute. So you don't have people in your circle who get involved in activism. You don't have people in your circle that do work on behalf of marginalized people. So you were able to live blissfully, just blissful ignorance. Everybody does not have that luxury. So to some people, this is a trigger, seeing this man again and knowing that his people are going to be more emboldened than ever. Students across 20 states have started receiving text messages about reporting to the plantation. People are already doing rallies outside, what is it, Texas State University? They were out with signs saying, women are property and all of this. So, it ain't even been a week. This man has not even been sworn in yet, and his base is already acting up. So what do y'all think is gonna happen once he gets settled in? It's not safe for a lot of people. It's not. But I'm just glad that Black women for one said, you know what, y'all wanted this, y'all got it. We are exhausted. And we have that right. And watching this whole situation with Kamala, it reminds us of being in corporate spaces. Every Black woman has a situation where she was 3 times as qualified as her colleagues for that promotion, and it didn't happen, and there was some strange reason. Or she gets picked on when she doesn't play the role. When you don't make people comfortable with your existence. Let's talk about pettiness for a minute. Dr. Phil literally admitted recently that he only spoke at the Trump rally because he reached out to her or her team 25 times and didn't get a response. So he spoke at Trump's rally it was just him being petty. It was him being petty. You had that influence and you chose to be petty because you didn't get your way with a Black woman? Tell me, what does that sound? I know that sounds familiar to so many women, to so many Black women. So I get it. We are taking our cape off, and I wholeheartedly support it. And I hope that we all get the rest we need because we're going to need each other. Black women are going to need each other. We are going to need to lean on each other like never before. So let's roll into me closing out season 3 and what this meant to me this year. In spite of all the chaos, y'all, we are ending 2024 with 3 award nominations. So we got the cosign, which was an absolute shock. Yes, I got Best of Black Dallas again, y'all. But they looking at me in Atlanta. I got nominated for Podcast of the Year for the Bosses and Bossettes Award. I am grateful to the individuals who continue to speak my names in rooms that I'm not in. I am grateful to everybody that continues to write my name in spaces when I'm not looking, because I only do this for y'all. I'll say it again, podcasting can be it's a thankless thing, truly. Very tiring, it can be very lonely, especially when you are trying to get through your personal woes. I had a pretty tough 2024, but it's the work for me. It's to always remembering that no matter what's going on with me, somebody needs to hear a story of me unpacking. Somebody needs to hear the story of a guest unpacking. But let me tell you what the hell you motherfuckers are not going to do. I'm immediately getting DMs and things like that, people wanting to come on here and suddenly give their political opinions. Let's be clear. Those of y'all that waited till after the election to suddenly want to talk or suddenly start doing content, I see you. I don't mind y'all being Trump supporters, okay? You can do that, whatever. But if you're going to be a Trump supporter, stand on your 10. If he's that great, you shouldn't be embarrassed about supporting him publicly, not waiting till he wins and then coming with the Switzerland, it don't matter who's in office. No, you wanted the person that's in office, and I need you to stand on it. This will not be a place for y'all to come and spit in Black women's faces and talk about why we didn't get our way in this election and why these things are happening, because the truth of the matter is y'all need us. Nothing moves without us. You need our labor. You need our support. You need our encouragement. We feel everything. So the fact that y'all have not still, it's 2024, y'all still ain't picked up on it. Jesus. We've decided that we're going to walk away. And we're going to let y'all see what life is like without us. So there's that. I had to, y'all. I'm still in disbelief that we're having these conversations, y'all. So I keep circling around to it. But yes, I'm so grateful for every guest in season 3. The growth in that Dirty Bag ain't going nowhere at all. I'm not going anywhere, guys. I'm not. I'm celebrating 4 years in Dallas as of this week. And a couple of more weeks, we're going to be celebrating 4 years of Dirty Bag. I can't believe this, y'all. I started this shit with a $30 microphone. I got to say the story every single time like it's the first time. A broke down laptop and a $30 microphone. And here we are. And don't I look good? I mean, my wig might be sliding. I'm sure it's sliding. He ain't going to tell me if my wig's sliding. It's fine. It's totally fine. But I just love y'all, the endless support. Black women, what I'm going to say to you is the work you do is valuable. How you show up for your family is, even if they don't tell you they appreciate it, it's appreciated, okay? Don't feel guilty for taking care of yourself, because we all know once you get depleted, you are on your own. Don't feel guilty for not answering the phone sometimes. Do not feel guilty for turning down brunch. Don't feel guilty for saving your damn money. Don't feel guilty for withholding your labor. You are way too valuable to stretch yourself entirely too thin for the rest of the world and to not have anything for yourself, especially when we know that when things happen, we are on our own. I'm not sure what season 4 is going to bring. I don't know what's going to happen. I am so looking forward to having a break. Sometimes we get so caught up in being creators, we forget we really do need to just take a minute and reassess and reevaluate how we really doing. Because we're always on. So much of our life becomes content. We're constantly thinking about content. I can go to bed and wake up at 2 a.m. with just a million ideas. And I mean, that's okay, but shit, you got to live a real life. You absolutely have to. I want to make room for a real bad. I know I talked all that shit last time I was in here. I want to make room for somebody that's going to show up and do the thing. So, thank you guys for 3 seasons of Dirty Bag. Whatever we got going on, because people are definitely getting sick again. Whatever we got going on, wear your mask, wash your hands, socially distance, and when you get a free moment, please remember to clean out your dirty bag. Till next time.
Well, darling, there's only one God.